Hey friend, how's it going? Thomas Decker here from GuitarRevolution.ca, and I'm here because I want to help you to become the best guitar player you can ever be. The best lead guitar player you can ever be. In this video here, I'm going to be talking about the intervals of sixths, the coziness, the warmth, the beauty of the sixth interval, which is beautiful in any instrument, but the guitar just makes guitar so warm, right? And cozy. When I first learned about this, I fell in love with it just because it is addictive. It's so addicting or addictive, whatever you prefer. It just sounds so beautiful, and it's such a cool way for you to play chords without playing the full chords. And I'm gonna teach you how to find the right intervals for the right chords. Just like I did here in the intro where I was playing G, D major, E minor, C, first, fifth, sixth, fourth. How many thousands, maybe million songs you can play with these four chords, right? So it's very useful for you to know how to add or how to play the sixth, because you can make some very cool arrangements of guitars using that technique. And it's so cool because it cuts through the mix in a very cool and very warm and very beautiful way. You don't have to play the full chord in order for you to sound that you're playing the chord. Just two notes of the chord, and it will help you tons. Before I zoom in and break down what I'm doing here, I want to invite you to click the link of the description of this video so you can download my free 30-day lead guitar jumpstart guide, which is a guide of workout of the main skills I consider to be mandatory for you if you want to become a lead guitarist. If you want to get your playing to the next level, working on the right tools, on the right skills that will shortcut your way to the next level right away. It's not to be a full-on lead guitarist, but it will give you such a great foundation. Just click the link below, download it, work on it. It's a free PDF I put together for you with those tools, those skills, as well as I put a workout guide for the next 30 days so you can improve those skills in 30 days. And, just start playing new things that you haven't played before. Just get you to that level, lead level, right? The basic of lead levels. There are levels to lead levels, right? So just download and go for it. It will help you so much. All right, let me zoom in, let me break it down, and let me show you this treasure. This is gold. Gold. Okay, so what I played in the intro there was G major, D major, E minor, and C. No secret there, right? But what I added to it was the sixth intervals. First of all, what is the sixth interval? Let me explain you in a simple way. It's the distance between two notes, right? Between this note to this is a sixth. So if you count this, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inside the scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? That's why it's called the sixth. I like to look at it in a little bit more simple way. I look at these two notes here. You know what I see? I see this chord. Yeah, I just take the whole, 4 strings that I am using for this chord, and I isolate the E and the G string. This is the sixth. So I look at it as being the first, the root of the chord, and the third. If it is a minor chord, I just need to bring this back, and then I have a minor chord. All right? So that's the first thing I have to visualize. Isolate 2 strings of the chord. So this is going to be the first step. Isolate 2 strings from this chord. The next one would be D. I could have isolated these two here, the G and B strings again, right? So D. What you do is just a little slide to make a little bit more like a little bit more movement. E minor, again I can do G and B. I can see my right hand there just playing G and B open. And for C, you're gonna see that those two notes are part of the C chord too. Right? I'm picking the G and the string and the E string. But I'm gonna do a little different, okay? I'm gonna do G. I'm gonna pick those two. For D, I'm gonna get where the root is on the B string. And I'm gonna play the same interval that I have here, the same fingering for the major. I have here's the root. If I do this, I have the root as well, because I'm seeing as this shape here, C shape, right? But starting from the third. And then when I do E minor, then I pick the two strings open, G and E. And when I do C, I'm picking these two notes here from D and B strings. Hope that's clear. So G, I'm doing this. D, I'm doing this. E, I'm doing open G, open E. C, I'm doing this. D and B. Just picking part of the chord. Now I'm gonna explain why I'm doing that, okay? Because when I'm here, I can slide right all the way here. So I slide three to 4 frets up. If I'm looking at my finger 1, I go 3 frets, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, from B to G. So B, G to B. Okay, so I'm doing, and I switch my top finger. Take a look. I like to use my middle finger here because I slide to both shapes very, very easily. So I'm here fret 4 with this finger. I'll go to the fret 7. Well, this is part of this chord here of G, shape of D. But I'm isolating the string G and E. So G, hello. Pretty cool, right? When I do D, I go and I do the same movement, the same amount of frets to this shape here. This is this shape of D. So I'm always relating to a chord, right? D. When I'm playing E minor, I'm doing open G, open E, and then I slide to the same one that I did for G major. Because this is part of E minor chord like this, like a shape of D minor. Right? And when I do C, I do the same thing I did for D, because we're picking the same portion of the chord for those two chords. Nice sustain. So G, D, E minor, open, C. Note that my middle finger, my finger 2, is always being used. And for the first shape here, my finger 1 is always on the root for all the chords. Here's the root. Here the root will be on that B string. So there's no root on this version here. Root on finger 1, slide. D, root on finger 1, slide. E minor, root on open string right here, slide. C, root right here on my finger 1. That's a good way for you to locate the notes if you have a different key, if you have different chord sequence, right? So the major will be always, or the root will be always on the finger 1. Let's say if it is A, the sequence. A, then E major, right? The root is right here on B. Then F sharp minor. Right? And D. So that's a good idea for you to practice in different keys as well. So that's just the beginning of how to use, how to learn, how to identify and locate your sixth intervals, root and third, right? And that on that situation, the root and the third, and how to move up on the fret to the next chord shape. So it's connected to the caged system, right? That's why the caged system is so helpful. You can use that in a very amazing way for this kind of stuff too. I hope this is helpful. I hope you can do that in different keys, okay? Don't do that just on the, of course, make that example very firm, very solid, and then try different roots. And we can do even more than that, okay? That's just the first example, first approach to the sixth intervals, and try to put that into practice. If you play with your friends, if you jam, if you play at church, start using that, and you will see how cool and how amazing that will sound in the whole context of a song. Even with a backing track that you see these 4 chords you can use. Or even a pop song. There's so many pop songs and country songs and songs in general with those type of chords. And again, don't forget to download that PDF, because that will speed up your process to become a lead guitarist. Just download for free and work on those skills, all right? Hope this is helpful. Hope this is encouraging and inspiring for your playing. Hope to see you in the next lesson. See you then.